Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you.
How did you get started with magic, doing magic tricks?
I started when I was 9 years old. I got a magic kit, like every kid, for Christmas, and it wasn't that serious. But I started to do it more and more, practicing, and one thing led to another. I was doing it like so much that I had to get better because that's all I was doing, and I was getting little bigger tricks and stuff, and then finally I was doing little birthday parties for daycares around the neighborhood and everything. So I started doing it for money when I was 13 years old, so I charged $20 for the Vegas. Oh yeah, I mean, my mom would put like this clown makeup on me and like, oh man. I don't miss those years, but it was a lot of fun. Exactly, And after a while, companies would hire me to do corporate shows for their trade shows or whatever. So companies like Dell, Fuji, like Coca-Cola. So then, after a while, somebody said that I could do the Just for Life Comedy Festival. So then I did that. I did a 5-minute bit, and there was somebody in the audience that saw the show, an agent, and they said, "Do you want to go on a cruise ship for the winter?" And it was supposed to be only 4 months, and it ended up being 15 years now. I worked for 5 different cruise lines, and so yeah, I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What is your favorite magic trick?
Favorite magic trick, and if you've seen the show before, when I started a cruise, there's a welcome aboard, so everybody is like a taste of everybody's act, and I do a 20-minute bit, and one of the tricks in that show is the catch a bottle trick. It's a silly trick. It's to catch a bottle. One is empty, one is full, and I keep switching them, telling the audience that I'm making it full and making it full. So of course people, they don't know, I'm the famous. They're going, what is this? This is horrible, And then I make the ball disappear, and it has a twist to it. So then people are like, oh, and that kind of sets my character. It shows them my shtick, that's the silliness of everything going wrong, and then for some reason it goes right. So that's my favorite.
It's a lot of fun to watch. So
Thanks.
if you could work with any magician besides yourself, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
David Copperfield. Yeah. Maybe it's because when I grew up, he was the major, but still to this day, he is the leading name in magic. People like Chris Angel or David Lane look up to him, and he has some of the copyrights for magic tricks, so magicians have to ask his permission to do some tricks. He invented a lot of them. I think he's like, not so long ago was named like the 9th wealthiest entertainer in the U.S. He's like, it's pretty, he was named by Oprah most influential person. He's quite something, because he's done things that nobody, in the history, like making the Statue of Liberty disappear, even Houdini, never, dream of something like that. So he really opened the whole TV reality thing. Because at that time it was getting big. It was like, showing on TV what you would see, if you were in the show. So he's no joke. Yeah.
So do you work on new tricks, or do you work on changing tricks that are already established to make it more?
Yeah, all the time. Like I said all the time, it's like a passion. So you want to know more all the time, know more about it, and it's funny enough, you can never stop learning about that, because it's an art that started in the 1600s. So there's always something new you can learn from all the people that have been doing it as well. So yeah, I'm working on new tricks all the time, and it's like the singer, to be honest with you. Like after a while, you're done singing the same songs. After a while, you're like, oh, okay, I want to do something new. So yeah, we work on new tricks and new jokes as well. I stay in touch with a lot of comics from New York and LA, friends that I've met on the ships along the way, and we keep in touch. And sometimes I go, what do you think about this line? And they tweak it. And because the thing is, I'm a magician foremost. Like, this is my, I don't call myself a comedian. I do magic, and it happens to be funny sometimes because I'm in funny situations. But my job is a magician. So what comes after, sometimes I need a little help from other people. That's their career. That's what they do.
You mentioned comedy. together?
I don't know. I talked a lot in class. I was really like I was the kid that always talked and everything, and I wasn't really good at school. Maybe that's why I was talking too much, but I wasn't so good. So knock wood. That's awesome that it worked. But yeah, I talked a lot and got in trouble. But was I funny? I don't. Yeah, sometimes maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
If for some reason, heaven forbid, you couldn't be a magician,
Yeah.
what would you do?
I think it would have to be something with people, like in general. I don't know, like say, and kids. I think kids. I had so many bad teachers. Maybe a teacher. I had so many bad teachers that were there basically just for the money. That I think it's horrible. They're there for the wrong reason. I think teachers. It's a vocation. If you want to be a teacher, I mean, you have to. It's very, very important because that's the next. People say, "Oh, kids are our future." But it's true. It's cliche, but it's true. They're the next bunch, There's this next wave, and this is important. And I think maybe if I had like a good teacher to start with, maybe I would have, been a surgeon.
But then we wouldn't miss
I know,
out.
right? No, all joking aside, I mean, like maybe I would like school better because I liked school when I liked the classes that I liked. I was great at it, But when I hated it, there was no way around it. Like it's, so I think it's very important. The little ones, yeah.
I'm glad that it worked out so well.
Yeah, yeah. Thank God, yeah.
How long have you worked with Norwegian Cruise Lines?
I think 8 years this year. 8 years, yeah. I work for an agency. Don Casino Productions that specializes in guest entertainers. They call us guest entertainers because we have full guest status and we get to entertain as well. So yeah, that's great. But they hire us. We have to. So they're the middleman. So they hire us through the line, and we get to. So I work for 5 different cruise lines, but. They have exclusivity now. They always request all my weeks. At the beginning of the year, I go, I would like to work this much weeks. And Norwegian Cruise Line, thank the Lord, they take all my weeks all the time. So that's awesome. And they've been treating me very well.
That's really good. Well, I'm glad I'm not going to have to sail in on the line to go see you.
Exactly. It's awesome. Yeah.
What do you enjoy most about being a magician?
That's a good question. I really love, there's no feeling on earth. Like when you're on the stage and the crowd is actually like getting you, like all of them are on board for the trip and the ride, there's no feeling like it. Because they're, one, I'm not gonna lie, it's a feeling of acceptance. Because they, they're like, okay, like he's down with it, and we'll follow where it's going. And there's a feeling of like, doing what I love. It's a passion. So, what's there not to like? I mean, I really, really love it. Like it's thrive on it. But what I don't like, hecklers. That's I don't deal well with that. And sometimes, on ships, the thing is, it's not Vegas, so you can't cuss the guy out of the room, So we have our ways, like I heckle back, and I don't wait. A lot of comedians go, oh, you just let it go. And I go, no, I have too much stuff to remember. I have too much. So if somebody's like, no, I heckle back right away, and there's 3 times I can heckle 3 lines that are clean because we have to stay squeaky clean, because there's kids. So you have to and after the 3 lines, there's a code word that I say, and the sound booth they know, because I don't want to go get him out, So I say this word, and then they call security, and they but that never happened, so that's good. Yeah.
It's usually somebody drunk, or be silly, or people that are just obnoxious.
A lot of them are just fun. Like sometimes they're just fun and they want to be part of it, and I play along with them. But sometimes it's just because they're really drunk, or they want to impress a girlfriend. So it's tricky. You have to handle that very tricky because, and this is other thing. When it's a woman heckling, it's very, very tricky because sociologically, we're wired to, be more, more nice. You have to like women, you have to treat them well. So even if she's hammered and she's like screaming stuff at you, if you heckle back, sometimes the crowd turns on you just because she's a woman. So you have to really, it's, you have to be surgical about it, So sometimes it's a science, yeah. So that's oh yeah.
That's
wow.
understandable. Yeah, nobody wants to, be criticized by somebody that couldn't do what you were doing anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to come and do it now, right now?
And one last question: what is the funniest thing an audience member has ever done that you appreciated? Maybe someone you brought on stage, or just funniest situation that's happened.
Funniest situation. The one time I was working on a cruise line and they had old people, and I put the blindfold on the lady, and the lady was an older lady, and at the end of the trick I take the blindfold off and it got caught in her hair. The knot got caught in her hair, so her wig came with it. And there's no way to go. I don't care how witty or fast on your feet. That's the end of that. It's like, okay. She wasn't sick or anything. She just like wear it as a hat. I guess like old lady does do that. Like I don't know, but oh man, yeah, that was.
Was she okay?
Yeah, she was fine. She was laughing actually. But the thing is, I'm like my stupid stuff. I'm trying to put it back on, and she kind of had like the side. Oh, it was yeah. Yeah, that's one of many incident, but yeah.
And I said one more, but if you don't mind, just one more. For any kids out there and they want to be a magician, what would you tell them to do?
It's practice, like it's like anything else. Practice makes perfect, and if you do it so much, and I say this, and I do the little lecture, I teach magic tricks for the kids. Practice makes perfect. Doesn't matter what you do. Like piano, you take piano lessons. You start at 5. I mean, if you do it for 10 years, you will get better, and this is forever. Once you learn it, because you're a kid, you have this this time. I think it's from like 4 to 7, and you're a sponge. So if you do it, you know it forever, and this is something that that's an amazing skill. And the same thing with violin, or like learning another language. Practice. A lot of people you hear, oh, I've learned Spanish, but I don't remember anything. It's because they don't, you have to be immersed and you have to practice a lot. And magic's the same. You have to just do it all the time, and do it in front of as many people as you can. Mom, dad, I don't care, the friends at school, and you will get better. It's that's what it is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's so sweet of you. I'm so glad. Thank you very much.
No,
it was a lot of fun.
It was just awesome. When we came and we realized that you were here, I was really excited. I was like, oh, Jamie's there,
Yeah.
Like, gotta see a show. I was like, oh, I want to see the
Absolutely. Oh man, I love it. Yeah, seriously. After a while, it's always the same here. Like we do our thing, blah blah blah, and then when your friend told me, he goes, "Oh, would you like to?" I'm like, "Absolutely." I told my wife I was excited.
Well, oh yes, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you very much.
I was excited about the